silver dust settles on the needle's edge. A slow tide rising through the velvet curtains. Your silhouette is carved in sepia light, where the amber wine holds the ghosts of the afternoon. We don't speak of the friends to chase anymore. Only the way the evening folds heavy on, around a legacy of everything we care, and the quiet mercy of knowing who we are. This is the harvest of a long distance run, the polished grain of the years we stood our ground. It flows like liquid silk through a hollow bone, a vintage resonance that needs no festive sound. I find the architecture of your hand in mine, the blueprint of a grace that took its time, a masterwork of staying through the rain to find a golden residue of what remains. This is the harvest of the long distance one, the polished grain of the years we stood our ground. It flowed like liquid silk through a hollow bone, a vintage resonance that needs no festive sound. I find the architecture of your hand in mine, the blueprint of a grace that took its time, a masterwork of staying through the rain to find a golden residue of what remains. The reckless thunder has surrendered to the hum of a low frequency that vibrates in the chest. No more the jagged edges of a frantic youth, just the rounded corners of a spirit at rest. We are the harmony that found its own resolve, the secret code that only decades can dissolve. Listen to the ivory keys beneath the dust. Oh, they trace the map of every bridge we cross. The strings are weeping for the sheer joy of the weight of every heavy winter and the fortune lost. I watch the way you breathe against the dimming lamp, a study in the art of being deeply known, mature as cedar, supple as the midnight air, in this gallery of memories we have grown. This is the harvest of the long distance, of the polished grain of the years we stood our ground. It flows like liquid silk all through a hollow bone, a vintage resonance that needs no festive sound. I find the architecture of your hand in mine, the blueprint of a place that took its time, a masterwork of staying through the rain to find the golden residue of what remains. This is a harvest of the long distance run, the polished grain of the years we stood our ground. It flowed like liquid silk through a hollow bone, a vintage resonance that needs no festive sound. I find the architecture of your hand in mine, the blueprint of a place that took its time, a masterwork of staying through the rain to find a golden residue of what remains. The silver dust settles on the ivory keys, tracing shadows where your memory used to lay. Every shopping cart carries a heavy weight, like a secret letter delivered far too late. I linger in the silence of this empty hall, waiting for the gravity of your name to fall. I at the constellations on my ceiling top, trying to reconstruct the geometry of your smile. There is a frequency only we used to know, a steady resonance that refused to let go. Now I am breathing through the spaces you left behind, searching for the tether I can no longer find. My soul is anchored to the vision of your face, across the boundaries of infinite time and space. This pulse remains a vow I never meant to break, a sacred thirst that no other string could slay. I am drifting in the stillness of a grand design, praying for the moment when your path meets time. Frequency hums within my very chest, a restless heart that refuses any earthly rest. If the sun forgets to climb the morning sky, the loyalty in my veins will never run dry. I would wait 1,000 cycles of the moon to hear the simple grace of your quiet tune. The mahogany glow reflects the waning light as I compose another hymn for the coming night. Love is a language written in the deepest hue. Every syllable I utter is a path back to you. I sold my aspirations into a paper plane and cast them toward the clouds to call your name. My soul is anchored to the vision of your face, across the boundaries of infinite time and space. This pulse remains a vow I never meant to break, a sacred thirst that no other stream could slay. I am drifting in the stillness of a grand decline, praying for the moment where your path. My soul is anchored to the vision of your face, across the boundaries of infinite time and space. This pulse remains a vow I never meant to break, a sacred thirst that no other string could slay. I am drifting in the stillness of a grand design, praying for the moment where your path meets mine. Ivory keys are tracing circles in the air. I watch the candlelight dancing on your shoulder. The shadow of the wine glass meets your stare, and every breath we take is growing older. But somehow the gravity feels brand new tonight, as if the earth decided to reverse its spin. I'm losing track of where I am the light, and finding places where your soul begins. I thought I knew the map of every single vein, I memorized the cadence of your quietest side. But there's a certain frequency inside the rain, a different shade of indigo across the sky. The way you tilt your head to catch a fleeting thought, it pulls a trigger buried deep within my chest. 1,000 lessons that I thought I had been taught are fading out to put my weary heart to rest. Oh, it's a landslide of the sweetest kind, a second dawn breaking through a tired mind. I'm stumbling into the grace I used to know, watching the seeds of a dormant garden grow. It's the same face, but a different sun. The long race has only just begun. I'm sinking upward into the blue, falling all over again for you. We walk these hallways for a dozen years or more. The floorboards creak a melody we both can hum. But as you lean against the heavy open door, my fingertips are feeling strangely numb. It's not the comfort of a bridge you will regain. It's not the safety of a bridge already crossed. It's the discovery of something kept unseen, a golden compass that I never knew I lost. Your laughter ripples like a pebble in a stream, disturbing surfaces that settled into glass. I'm waking up inside a reoccurring dream, watching the ghosts of our younger shadows pass. The velvet motion of your hand across the sheet carves out a valley where the mountains used to stand. I find the taste of the bitter and the sweet is shifting like the weight of hourglass sand. No, it's a landslide of the sweetest kind, a second dawn breaking through a tired mind. I'm stumbling into the grace I used to know, watching the seeds of a dormant garden grow. It's the same pace, but a different sun. The long ways has only just begun. I'm sinking upward into the blue, falling all over again for you. The chords are deepening in the midnight shades. The friction of the world simply fades. If I could freeze the vibration of the strings, I'd show you all the terror that devotion brings. To realize the treasure was never truly claimed. To hear my secrets feel like finally being named by the one who held the key throughout the night, turning the darkness into blind and white. Oh, it's a landslide of the sweetest kind, second dawn breaking through a tired mind. I'm stumbling into the grace I used to know, watching the seeds of the dormant garden grow. It's the same face, but it gets in some of your rays has only just begun. I'm sinking upward into a blue, falling all over again for you. Oh, it's a landslide of the sweetest kind, a second dawn breaking through a tired mind. I'm stumbling into the grace I used to know, watching the seeds of a dormant garden grow. It's the same face, but a different sun. Your rays has only just begun. Sinking upward into the blue, falling all over again for you. The dust had settled on the worn-out mountain road, where every shadow tried to tell us to turn back. I saw the doubt etched in the lines of passing faces, but I held your hand until the knuckles turned to white. They drew their borders and they built their iron walls to keep the light from spilling through our broken glass. But every winter only made our hunger grow for the kind of warmth and no cold we could ever touch. Now the bells are ringing through the valley deep, and the stars are waking from their restless sleep. We climb the jagged cliffs to reach this golden height, where the morning sun finally wins the long drawn fight. This is the for the hearts that wouldn't dare, the beautiful beginning of a story with no end. We stood our ground when the world was pushed aside, and turned the pouring rain into a story time. Let the violin rise like a fever in the chest. There's the guitar, the beating of my ribcage. There is no gravity that can hold us to the earth today, since we found the secret way to make the heavy spirits play. I remember when we only had a single candle, and the wolves were howling just outside the wooden door. He told me silence was the loudest sound of all. If it meant we finally reached the peaceful shore. Look at the stars that have turned to silver threads. They are the maps of everywhere we had to crawl to reach this altar made of breath and steady pulse, to be the ones who didn't stumble. Did I? the long drawn fight. This is the anthem for the hearts that wouldn't bend. Beautiful beginning of a story with no end. We stood our ground and the world was pushed aside and turned the pouring rain into a soaring tide.
Filters through the inner lines, checking my screen to see if our intentions align. I keep the tea brewing just to settle the nerves, tracing the edges of the promises we haven't found words for yet. It's a fragile architecture we're building here, trying to be honest while I'm drowning in the fear of losing face. But I'm stripping back the armor and the pride, nowhere left for a guarded soul to hide. In this digital age of temporary grace, I'm looking for a permanent resting place. There's a heavy weight to let you see the cracks. No turn around and no stepping back, just the raw truth of a man laid bare, hoping that you meet me there. We speak in codes and we move in calculated lane, selective memory to avoid the growing pain. I left my ego at the threshold of your door, because I don't want to play these different games anymore. The acoustic strings are humming a quiet confession, while I trade my silence for the moment of true connection. The city moves fast, but we're taking it slow, learning the things that the curated photos don't show. It's a gamble of the heart in a world so cold. The story I was waiting to be told, but I'm stripping back the armor and the pride. Nowhere left for a guarded soul to hide. In this digital age of temporary grace, I'm looking for a permanent resting place. It's a heavy weight to let you see the cracks. No turning around and no stepping back, just the raw truth of a man laid bare, hoping that you'll meet me there.
Tea service reflects a fractured sky. I trace the porcelain rim as seconds drift by. Wait for the rain to clarify the dust on the glass. Watching the heavy shadows of the afternoon pass. My coat is tailored for a season that hasn't arrived. Calculating how much of this quiet has survived. I adjust the collar against the draft I can't see, measuring the distance between who I was and the new me. The street lamp flickers in a code I almost understand. begins to swell. Every shopping flag has a secret story to tell. I learned to breathe when the air turned from all the leafing, to find the harmony underneath the chaotic din. It isn't the destination that defines the stride, but the way we navigate the swell of the tide. Sophistication is just a mask for the scars, the internal constellation of a personal star. Because the frequency inside the static of the gate, moving through a ball when the compass points fail. Love is the anchor that drags through the deep. I promise the weary are determined to keep. Persistent terrain in the haze of the unknown. The seeds of endurance are stubbornly sown. Whatever the horizon decides to disclose, we bloom into spaces where nobody goes. We'll find the frequency and fly the static of the gate, moving through fog when the compass points fail. Love is the anchor that treads through the deep. I promise the weary are determined to keep. Through the shifting terrain and the haze of the unknown, the seeds of endurance are stubbornly sown. The keys are cold against my fingertips, a skeleton of notes within the air. I watch the paint peel off your promises until the cedar frame was stripped and bare. The silence has a weight I never knew, a heavy coat I'm learning how to shed. I used to find my gravity in you, but found a hollow liberty instead. There is a fracture in the window pane that maps the jagged history of us. I watch the salt stains from the kitchen floor and swept away the sediment and dust. The candle whistles like a lonely bird, a sharp reminder that the house is mine. I'm listening for sounds I never heard, beyond the borders of your design. I am reclaiming every inch of ground, the territory where I used to hide. I've turned the volume up to drown you out and felt the shifting of the inner tide. It isn't easy letting go of ghosts who call their names into my very skin, but I am moving past the jagged coast to let the sunlight in, the oxygen in. My voice is rough around the weary edge, a texture born of everything I've cared. I'm stepping off of narrow rocky ledges, above the valleys where I haven't slept. The bruises on my pride are turning gold, a frantic kind of beauty in the sky. The story that I'm writing isn't old, I'm seeing light. without the constant need to wonder why the piano holds a different kind of chord. A resolution that I finally found. I'm sharpening the edges of my work and planting seeds in this resilient ground. I am reclaiming every inch of ground, the territory where I used to hide. I've turned the volume up to drown you out and felt the shifting of the inner tide. It isn't easy letting go of ghosts who carved their names into my very skin. But I am moving past the jagged coast to let the sunlight and the oxygen in.
Traffic lights are blurred into amber lines, while silver strings begin to weave their own designs. I caught your gaze across the velvet of the room, a sudden spark that chased away the evening gloom. The way you lean against the corner of the bar, it tells me more than any map could show so far. No rehearsed lines and plans to guide the way tonight, just sliding chords that feel so heavy and so light. My fingers find a melody I never knew. It seems the fretboard only wants to lead to you. A thumping rhythm sets the pulse inside my chest. We leave the logic of the day to take a rest. Unplanned and breathing in the hollow of the beat. A chance encounter makes the city feel complete. No map to follow, just the instinct of the soul. Two separate pieces finding ways to be a whole. We drift on currents that the afternoon forgot. In this impromptu tangle we have tied the knot. Circles on a snare-skin drum. I found a rhyme to match the way my pulses hum. No need for dictionaries or a formal speech, when every answer is within a hand's-on reach. We'll walk through shadows under bridges made of steel. The only thing that matters is the way we feel. Unplanned and breathing in the hollow of the beat. A chance encounter makes the city feel complete. No map to follow, just the instinct of the soul. Two separate pieces finding ways to be whole. We drift on currents that the afternoon forgot. In this impromptu tangle we have tied the knot.
情节的边缘，光滑色灯火在皮肤表面搁浅，不用言语试探深浅，你眼神里那成分包已足够危险。
空气被温热的过隙剪碎，灵魂在慢板旋律里突围，这平静是直觉的作祟，更是血液里久违的共振在归位。在心交汇在不上的轨道，这引力让你心彻底失效，看到影子的重叠不需要对焦，记着的契合是唯一解药，我们是永恒里最精确的依靠，丝绒般的和弦层层递进，将所有嘈杂的防备吸入风音，心脏跳动的频率如此相近，像一种迷恋的契约被刻进基因。或许它可以寻找落脚点，这种默契早已跨越了界限，时间触碰瞬间如同触电，我们在彼此的脉搏里连成一线，谁也在这一刻失去了坐标，所有的感官只剩下你的讯号，这种连接比誓言更牢靠，成了寻找会在不舍的轨道，这引力让你心彻底失效，找到影子的重叠不需要对焦，细节的契合是唯一的解药，我们是永恒里最精确的依靠，像和心交汇在无声的轨道，这引力让你心彻底失效，表达名字的重叠必须要对照，记得的契合是唯一的解药，我们是永恒里最精确的依靠。
The dust has settled on the floor of my pride. I used to fold my hands and keep the hurt inside, but the spirit moves in the silence of the room, like a sudden light breaking through the gloom. I looked in the mirror and I saw a stranger's face, begging for a drop of some forgotten grace. Now the piano keys are heavy and the wood is cold, but there's a fire starting and the story's untold. I won't bend my knee to the shadows on the wall. I have learned to stand even as the feelings fall. My soul is a river that has found its way home, no longer wandering the desert alone. Lived every burden till the shackles come clean. I am the glory that the world hasn't seen. With the weight of the heavens and the grit of the earth, I am claiming the beauty of a second birth. Strength is my garment and honor is my crown. There is no king alive who can tear me down. The mountain is high, but my footing is sure. In the temple of my heart, I am finally pure. You thought the rain would wash my spirit away, but it only watered the seeds of a brand new day. The fire is humming in the marrow of my bones, turning my sorrows into foundation stones. Every long road is a bridge across the deep. Promises to myself that I intend to keep. No more asking
was complete. I am the glory that the world hasn't seen. With the weight of the heavens and the grit of the earth, I am claiming the beauty of a second birth.
Take is my God,
And honor is my crown.
there is no king alive.
Tear me down,
The mountain is high.
but my footing is sure.
In the temple of my heart, I am finally pure. The mountain is high, but my footing is sure.
In the temple of my heart,